Hey everybody, and welcome back to SCDCENT Presents the Average Woman Podcast. I am that lady, Miss Nicole, coming at you today with another topic that is near and dear to my heart. So today I want to ask you, do you really love your kids? Do you really love your kids? So you already done had kids. And yeah, you might have had your kids when you was young. And yeah, you might have made some mistakes growing. But now we're on that second child. And you still making the same mistakes. You've had that third child and you still making the same mistakes. On top of that, you watched your mama make the same mistakes with you. You've watched your homegirls make the same mistakes with their kids. Have you not corrected any of that stuff yet? Do you not think that your actions matter to your kids? Do you not know that in the long term, you're going to need your kids' love to get you through during your hard times? Do you know that they might not be there for you? It matters. It matters. You have to break yourself out of thinking that you don't owe your kids anything. You owe your children love, you owe your children respect, and you owe your children an explanation for your actions over the years. Especially if you haven't given them no love and you've been difficult and hateful and spiteful and selfish to them. Because it matters. Your kids shouldn't have to relive all your horrors and be disappointed the way you was as a child. See, the problem with us as women, some of us, is that we are hell-bent on doing what we want to do, no matter how many times we see that it doesn't work. Which is just utter madness and utter craziness. Because if you don't look at your behaviors, if you don't analyze yourself, if you don't say, well, damn, my mama didn't do X, Y, and Z, that's why I wasn't able to do A, B, and C. You know, I'm not going to do my kids like that. I'm going to do them. I'm going to love them better because I want to see my kids do this. And I notice my youngest one, she takes an interest in that. So I'm going to encourage her to stay interested in that. And I'm going to educate myself in that so I could be some assistance to her. We have got to take more interest in our children. Our parents didn't take any interest in us too much, and that's why we are in the state that we in. At late adults trying to figure stuff out. But what if they can get off the porch? What if they jumped off the porch with all that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and had a plan? You know, that will put your kids 30 miles down the road when they're at a young age. And that's where we want them to be. We want to get our daughters past puberty before they even start thinking about having children. We want to help our kids jump off the porch correctly, and the only way that we can do that is be real upfront and tell them the truth. And we'll be right back after these messages. Hey, thanks for listening to my podcast. If you ever wanted to have your very own podcast, I can tell you how to set it up right now. Anchor is an awesome app that's free to download. You can use its creation tools to edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast so that you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more other platforms. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenerships. And also, it has everything that you need in one place. All you need to do is go download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. I look forward to hearing your new podcast any day now. Thanks. And now back to the show. Hey everybody, and thank you so much for tuning in to the Average Woman Podcast. I appreciate you. I hope that you are getting something from these shows and episodes that I'm doing. Look, if you have any comments or anything, or if you have any show ideas you'd like to share with me, feel free to email me at queenfromcreation@gmail.com. I am always here to assist, and I love reading your emails. And as I stated, if you put a question, I'll definitely respond with a video, or I'll call you or email you back, or probably all of the above. I'm a very social person, and I like to talk, as you can see, so I'm here for you. So the question of the day is, do you really love your kids? That's what we're asking ourselves today. So, and I'm sorry, y'all, I'm sipping this coffee. It's warm, it's delicious. I gotta have something. I'm sorry. So if you hear me go silent for a bit, that's because I am sipping this coffee. All right. So now, and shout out to the Good Herb Store. Shout out to the Good Herb Store hooking me up. Good Herb Store. Y'all check it out. Good Herb Store. So what I'm asking you is, do you really love your kids? If you really love your kids, you will be upfront, honest, and truthful with them on their level. Now, on their level to a certain extent. You have to keep it real with your kids and let your kids know what's going on, but also too, you also have to protect them. Children are fragile. Their feelings are fragile. They don't understand things. They don't know why things are the way that they are. They just know that they are a certain type of way, and they know that they don't have no control over it. And as their mother, it is your job, your life's mission, to protect them from the storms. You got to protect them from the storms. Your kids shouldn't be out here living hard with you because you want to make all kind of stupid mistakes. And I'm not mistakes, but stupid decisions. We make stupid decisions, chasing behind these men, wanting to be out here in these streets. And when we see that it's just not safe for us to live that kind of life no more. It's not safe to be out in a public full of people and all this. Your kids are the most precious thing to you. That is your continuancy on this earth. That's your continuancy on this earth. That's your legacy. And every good thing about you, every good thing that you pick up in this world, you should give that to them. That is you right there. That's you. And when you don't, how you not gonna love you? Them babies don't have no more. They can't get no more than what you give them. No more. And you should want them to have the best. It should be your utmost number one priority above yourself to make sure that your kids have everything that they need to the best of your ability. I'm not saying spoil the kids and do all kind of give them foolishness. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is be present, be loving, listen, ask questions, set up things for them, have a plan for them. See, this is the part of when you were pregnant. See, you missed this part because this is what your mom didn't have for you. So you didn't know. You don't know this part. You just feel like, oh, I just got kids. Okay, what you doing with them? What you doing with them? Well, I can't concentrate on my kids because I'm out here in these streets still trying to find a man. Okay, so go home. Go home. Begin to be a mother. Humble your spirit. Clean up your act. And Most High send you a man. I don't care how many kids you got. That's just facts. I'm not saying every man, it's a lot of men who say, I don't want a woman with kids, but guess what? If your spirit right, and your kids are in order, and he see that you worthy, he will pick your behind right on up. Same thing with you fat girls. I done been fat my whole life. So, and getting a man has never been a problem because of my willingness to be a woman and stay in my lane. Understand? Your willingness to be a woman and stay in your lane will take you so far. That'll take you far. That'll take you further than anything. Well, what you mean stay in my lane? I mean stay feminine. I mean, number one, your kids, you got to show something different, y'all. You got to show something different. You will leave your kids with the same person that turned you out and did you all kind of ways. I had to get quiet on that one, y'all. You leave your kids with the same person that turned you out and made you are the way you are. And you think there's nothing wrong with that. You think there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You think that all the lessons and things that she taught you, all the things that you see in her that you don't like, she teaching all that shit to your kids because you want to go out here and be in the streets. You got to go home. Once you start having kids, your life and everything that your desires and things that you think are important are not important. Every dollar you get, every loss you take, they take that with you. Every dollar you get, they get that with you. But you don't think like that because you still in little girl mode thinking about yourself. You owe those children something. You owe them yourself, your time. You owe them to be the best version of yourself. You owe them educating yourself and leveling up your game so you could understand their math and things when they need you. You owe that to them because they didn't ask to be here. They didn't beg you to do that little twerking exercise thing you did on their daddy when you was making them. They didn't ask you to do that, but you did it. And it's a blessing that you did. But now you got to step your game up as their mother. You are the teacher of the children. If the children failing, it's because you failing them. If your baby can't read, it's because you ain't taught him. What you doing with him when he get at home? Sit down and just watch this. Put a tablet in his hand and don't talk to him. Absolutely not. I'm going to talk to you from the moment you get home from school till you leave. You got something you want to tell me, I want to hear. Ain't nothing more important than being in your child ear. And we'll be right back after these messages. Hey, and we are back. Thank you for tuning in to the Average Woman Podcast. I am that lady, Miss Nicole. Look, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Y'all are working really hard trying to come up with some good content. Support your sister from a different mister. You know what I'm saying? And I'll take any kind of show ideas, anything you want me to talk about, you need to know, I'm here for you. So I'm here as a valuable resource of honest information for you with no bullshit, just real life. Put your socks on one at a time, put your pants on one leg at a time type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm you. I'm just trying to get my voice out there to you so you can hear me. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody need to be telling us this stuff. So let's get back to it. So today I'm asking you, do you really love your kids? When your kids come home from school, you should at least devote an hour per child to listen to everything that they got to say. I'm going to just leave that right there. Every day, your kids, anytime your kids want to talk to you, you need to hear what they got to say. I don't give a damn what you're doing. Unless you working from home or whatever, your kids need to have your ear. They need to have your ear. You need to hear what they got to say. You need to hear their concerns. You need to talk to them and communicate with them so they can understand your concerns and figure you out. You need to be open and upfront with your children. Communication with your children is vital. You cannot allow the society and this world to tell your kids who they are supposed to be and how special they are. You have to tell them that. You have to show them that. You have to make them your world because that's why you're their mother. You're not their mother. God didn't put you in that position to be the kid's mother to be a fool. He put you in that position because that's the position you were supposed to be in. I guarantee you, if you done had your first baby with a guy, and you chill and you go home and you don't, okay, so after you get your first place, after you have your first baby, a lot of us, the first thing we want to do is what? We want to go get our own spot. Why we want to go get our own spot? Because we want to do what we want to do. Right? We don't want to stay with mama, even though that's our support system. We don't want to stay there. We want to go get our own spot because we hot in the ass and we want to lay up. Okay, cool. You want to be hot in the ass? You want to lay up? Okay, I understand that. So who we going to be laying up with? So you want to lay up, but you and baby daddy, y'all ain't even on that level. Y'all ain't even in that universe of being in a relationship to do nothing like that. Matter of fact, he done moved on to the next pretty thing down the road. So what do? How do we figure that out? You see what I'm saying? That's why it's so important that you make wise decisions with your body and use your mind to take things through first. Because when you don't think things through, you take losses. You know, you take losses, and losses hurt. Losses hurt. Because now sometimes you can recoup that money if you call your bank and have them file a dispute, or maybe you could say that it was fraud. Sometimes. But all the time that shit don't work. Sometimes it ain't no bank or nobody to help you get that money back. You understand? So you gotta understand. You gotta rethink your priorities. It's you are the children. God put us in order for a reason. He said that you, as the woman, are over the children. So if you're over the children, you're supposed to be where the children at. Not in the streets doing what you want to do. Walking away from the kids like they got it, they good. Nah, they not. They don't have it and they not good. Our kids being raised on Vienna sausages in a can, hot dogs, processed foods that don't even feed they spirit. Cause you don't know how to ball. Cause you don't know how to make them know nothing, a salad or nothing. You know. And yes, I'm blaming you as a mother because you are their responsibility. Every child that dies in this street is the story behind them is that they were failed by their parents, some way. They were failed by their parents because your parents are the ones who's supposed to protect you. They the ones who's supposed to put you down to what this world is really about. You're not supposed to find things out the hard way if you got parents. And I'm gonna say to the parents, some of us did try. Some of us tried to save our kids, but they wouldn't listen. But it's still your responsibility to get them to listen. They come from you. You know them better than anybody else. You know what they need to hear, because that's you. Say what you would say to yourself if you was going through that situation, because they you, and be always be that. But see, the reason why we can't come and correct our kids is because we all foul. And our kids done heard and seen us do so much that they done lost respect for us. So we don't know what to do. We just leave our kids to do whatever they want to do because we scared of them now. Because we done bullied them and abused them. And now they up some sides. We can't even say nothing to them. You know, see how we paint ourselves into this corner? And then we out here left caring for our grandkids and our great-grandkids and our great-great-grandkids and our great-great-great-great-grandkids because we don't know how to fix the shit that we did. We don't know how to fix it. We know we fucked it up, but we don't know how to fix it. And the way you fix it is you get your ass in order. That's what you do. You get in order. You cut all these little single friends off who trying to get you to run in the streets. And you go home to your kids. And you reassess your life around them. You understand? That's how you change the game, Ma. That's how you change the game, Ma. You got to start making your actions and your words need to start lining up. Because we failing our children. We failing them. We failing them because we failing ourselves. And we allowing the same shit that took our parents down and their parents down to take us down. And matter of fact, it's even worse with us. And there is a solution to all our problems. But are we going to do what it takes to do the work? Do we even give a damn? Am I full of shit saying this here? You know? Maybe. I don't know. But we'll be right back. Hey everybody, and we are back, and I'm asking you the question, do you love your kids? It's simple. Because if you really loved your kids, you wouldn't be trying to sit up here. You would never say the words, I gotta have a life. I gotta have a life too. Those children that you birthed, that's your life. Nothing is more important to them. Not even what you want. What's important is what they need and what they want. And if you focus on that, God will send somebody to take care of you. He'll send you a man that just love you to death because you're doing what's right. You're not going to find no man out here in these streets. You're not going to find no man going out to the motherfucking club every night, because ain't no man out there looking for no woman to wife at the club. You ain't gonna find no man going on trips by yourself, because all you gonna find is a freaky link. Because that's not how it works. That's not how it works. And 90% of the time, these guys already got somebody at their house. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, okay? I'm telling you, it's just not gonna work. You trying to have your life and trying to relive your child years at the club, nah, that's gone. You ain't gonna never be that dancing queen no more. Once you done had, see, I was raised different than y'all, because my mama told me off the beginning. She said, if you get pregnant, you out. She said, you got to get out. She said, I gotta get out. So I was like, whoa, I ain't even got no job to get out. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I was 13, she told me, your sins fall upon you. And I was like, damn, what am I doing at 13 that I'm sinning already? I don't even know. You know? So, love was not one of those things that I received from my mother. And I'm not mad about that. But I had a choice. Either I could allow that to stress me out and continue to rest in the way she was, or I could do something different. And I chose to do something different, which is why I'm reaching out to you ladies to teach you that just because your mom might have raised you to be a certain way, that don't mean that you got to be that way. And we'll be right back after these messages. Alright, y'all, so y'all know I live on Railroad Avenue, and this damn railroad came through while I was trying to do my little thing, but let's keep it moving. So what we talking about today is, do you really love your kids? You know what I'm saying? So I was sitting here thinking, you know, you gotta see your babies. You gotta see who your babies is and what your baby's potential is, and you got to encourage that so your kids will have purpose. You have to encourage them to have, to believe the truth, to accept the truth, and to understand who they are in this world. That just because we in this world don't mean that we are part of the world and that we're included in this stuff. You gotta keep it real, but half of y'all don't even believe that. Y'all still under the illusion of inclusion. You know what I'm saying? So you got to wake your mind up, girl. You know what I'm saying? You got to stop laughing and thinking everything a joke and stop always seeking that funny good time. It's time to get serious. And a lot of y'all, that's why y'all not able to step y'all game up, because y'all still want to keep it lighthearted and funny forever. It ain't nothing funny no more, y'all. It ain't nothing funny. Our children dying. Our men don't want us. I don't see what the fuck's so funny no more. I ain't got nothing to laugh about. I'm laughing at the preposterity of us just laughing about this like it's a joke. You know what I'm saying? We overdue for correction. We overdue for correction. You know? And the thing is that we know the shit didn't work when mama did it. Mama motherfucking messed us up, teaching us all that bullshit, talking all that stupid shit to us, knowing that it wasn't going to serve us no purpose because she wanted to do what she wanted to do. And I'm telling you, I'm going to say probably back in the 50s is when it really started getting bad. You know what I'm saying? Where the women start to begin to make these liberation changes, because those generations, those women that was of the 60s, In the early 70s, some of them women just, you can tell they was like, whatever they learned from that, that's that Willie Lynch programming fresh off the slave trade right there. Because some of our mamas is just the worst, and some of them is just some of the best. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of us, we got some old nasty, old crabby old things that want you to believe what they say and not what you see. Everybody believes what they see and not what they say. If you got any sense, know that people believe what they see in you and not what you say. I can say that I'm a size 5 all day, but when you look at me, you're going to be like, oh no, you at least a 20, if not bigger. You know what I'm saying? You at least a size 20. But actually, I'm a 18, so get up on me. Now, I done came down some sizes, for real, because I used to be like a 26. Yeah, girl done got down to 18. I'm motherfucking happy than I don't know what. You know what I'm saying? That was a lot. And that's part of me fixing wrongs. Thinking that, I'm just big boned it my whole life. Because that's what I was told. Oh, you just big boned. You supposed to be like that, girl. Because look at your daddy. Your daddy like that. Nah, that's a damn lie. My daddy like that because he don't eat right. He love every part of the pig. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell him no different. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he was like that. I don't have to be like that. We got to tell our kids the truth. The lies that we were served that didn't serve us, we have to tell them the truth so they can rise above the lies and be better than us. Because it's going to be a whole nother world down the line for them that they ain't even ready for, that we can't even imagine. But you got to stop being so... You got to pay more attention to the times. You got to educate yourself, and you got to get on point. You know what I'm saying? You got to get on point when it comes to your babies, because in the end, your babies got to hold you down. How can we afford to lose sons? It's nothing. I mean, a son is everything. A son in these third world countries, widows, after their husband died, they depend on their son for everything. So how can we afford to just ignore our boys and not be real and tell them the truth, hold them accountable, give them responsibilities, and back up off the girls? We trying to teach her, girl, you got to go hard. No, you got to be in order. This man the one that got to go hard. You got to learn how to take care of this house. That's what you got to do. You got to learn how to cook, clean, wash dishes, be in order, cover yourself up, respect the man. And we all got to respect your brother and your daddy. And we got to encourage them to do better, and we got to support them. And what daddy says goes, period. I don't even question daddy, because I don't question daddy. And you have to set that tone. That's how you teach your daughter how to be a wife. You teach your daughter how to have respect. My husband, when I got here, my husband had his son would pull out the chair for his sister. He would pull out the chair for his sister to sit down and eat. They laugh and talk together like they cool buddy friends. I ain't never seen that like that. Outside of TV, you know. But when you teach the kids to love one another, you got to teach the brothers and the sisters to stick together and be loving and caring about each other. They are all they have in this world. Family is all we got. Family is all we got. And if we have a family, then we connect with other families, and that's how we build a community. A family, 5 families together, 5 families together is a community. 6 families, 7 families, 2 families. Because if we come together in like-mindedness, oh man, we could do some things. We could do some things. If my husband get along with your husband, and me and us wives get together, and the kids play together and everything, that's a whole nother beautiful thing amongst itself. Because whatever skills you got and whatever I can help you with, I'll do that. And the same thing with me. So a lot of us, we don't have no help with our businesses, or we can't get good business ideas, or we can't get good financial support because we trying to do it at home by ourselves. How your kids supposed to make friends? Don't you want your kids to be introduced to like-minded people? If you meet a man and a woman and you know they good, then you know that they raising their kids right. My kids need to play with your kids. So anything my kids got going on, I want them with your kids, because I know how y'all getting down. Y'all got y'all kids out here in the street making friends with who knows what, when, where, and why. These people ain't even they like I say, they being raised on Vienna sausages, hot dogs, and noodles. Mama don't even cook for them. And I'm not saying that that's bad, but I don't want my kids exposed to stuff like that. I want better for them. If you was exposed to stuff like that and you had friends who was like that, don't. That's what was good for you should not be good for your kids, especially if you're not where you want to be in life. So that obviously, if you're not where you want to be in life, if you didn't accomplish, if you don't feel accomplished, or you don't feel like you reached your full potential, you need to do a whole 360 and make sure that you give your babies your 100% undivided attention for what they need to be as good as they can be. If not, you failed them. And you being selfish. Okay? So that's just how I go. Period. You know what I'm saying? So I absolutely love talking to you ladies. I hope that my words was able to inspire you to be better and to really understand that love is actions. Love is not talk and carrying it around in your heart. Love is giving your undevoted attention to what you got at the house, because nothing is more important than that. If your kid's sleeping on the floor and they don't have no mattresses, no beds, no TV in their room, but you walk around here with $175 nails, you deserve a good. You something else. You something else. And kids remember stuff like that. Your kids should be an adult before they have their own bed to sleep in. You know, like I say, your priorities messed up and you're failing them. And this is why our babies dying in the street every day. Mama's crying, everything, because we put pressure on our young men. You got to get out here and get a job. Your young son should not be under pressure to get a job as soon as he turns a certain age. You should not be ready to throw him out at a certain age if he's not able to support your ass financially. That's what your man is for. Don't make these boys relive and have to live through unreasonable expectations. Y'all got to have more common sense and expectations for our men. You know, and a little bit more love and respect for the process. And it starts with our boys, our sons at home. Your son should not be walking around every day in his drawers like he ain't got nothing to do. He got a lot to do. You know what I'm saying? And you got to get some discipline and some order about yourself and get his father back involved in his life. Or make sure that he has a man that take interest in him and love him. Our men are our future of our nation, our security. The only people that's going to protect black people is black people. And our daughters have to be in order. They need skills. They need to learn how to heal. They need to learn how to keep their mouth closed and be an asset and not a liability. And with that, I say shalom.